Moon in Sagittarius, conjunct Mercury and square Neptune, and we have a dark moon. I'm a little late to making this, but I still wanted to go ahead and make it, and naturally I will be making a video for the new moon solar eclipse that will be occurring just after midnight, Christmas actually. So going into the 26th, we're going to get that new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. But right now the moon is in Sagittarius, which means that we are reacting and responding to the Sagittarius vibe, to our beliefs, to travel, education, our vision, the big picture. And this is going to be an interesting energy because this is a dark moon. So anytime you get like a dark moon, this is the phase right before the new moon occurs. And this is when things just seem, as the name suggests, dark. Dark, not necessarily in a bad way, but just rather unknown. So right now, we're all reacting or responding to our beliefs because we don't really know what to believe in right now. It's tough to know what we want to believe in right now, especially with this conjunction over to Mercury. Mercury, which is not light, doesn't really like to be in Sagittarius, of course, so it's like we're having thoughts about the big picture, we're having thoughts about our future and having that visionary quality and wanting to move things forward. But then you also get that square to Neptune, which makes things even more complicated, to where our beliefs are really being challenged right now, because now that the sun is in Capricorn and we still have, of course, the south node here, we still, of course, have Saturn and Pluto here, we're really zapped into our reality right now. So we can be looking at a reality right now and it may not really reflect beliefs that we have in ourselves. We may believe that we are a superstar. We may believe that we are a light worker. We may believe that we are a spiritual warrior. We may believe that we have $1 million in the bank, but our reality may not reflect it. But there is a timing thing with this. Capricorn, of course, does rule over time. There's a timing thing with this. And of course, we do have Venus, which has recently ingressed into Aquarius. And Aquarius is also, of course, co-ruled by Saturn. But this is also looking at the unconventional ways that time kind of unfolds, and the unconventional ways that a lot of our projects and our creativity unfolds, and connecting, of course, with the right people. But with this dark moon in Sagittarius, we can definitely be feeling very challenged when it comes to our belief, because we may hold a particular belief, but it may not necessarily be physically manifesting in our life the way that we thought it was going to. With Mercury, Thoth, and being in Sagittarius. So things may not be looking exactly the way that we want it. And we're kind of wondering, like, should I even still hold on to this belief? Does this actually accurately reflect where my spirit is at this current moment in time? And it can feel a little daunting. It can feel a little unnerving. It can feel a little even just like, I can't for some reason find the word to describe it, but not very encouraging, because we can have these beliefs and we can believe in some of the stuff that we're doing, but maybe it's not manifesting exactly the way that we want to. That's why in this particular moment, that's where trust and faith is super important, especially with a dark moon in Sagittarius. Trust and faith is very important because we have to still have this sort of unwavering belief beyond what reality may suggest to us that we absolutely can have the life that we want. And of course, it's not going to necessarily come without hard work, effort, time, energy. That's why the dark moon in Sagittarius, is dealing with this energy before it goes into Capricorn, which of course deals with that. It deals with building blocks. It deals with actually creating structure. It deals with things taking time to manifest. But sometimes we may be working on something and it may, like I said, not manifest exactly the way that we want to, or at this moment. This is a moment where we don't want to get discouraged from moving forward with certain projects, with certain creative pursuits and ideas, but also realizing that this is a very internal time right now. This is a very internal time right now. We do not have a lot of energies in masculine signs, traditionally masculine signs, the air and the fire signs. We have Venus in Aquarius, but Venus is a feminine planet, of course, so it's not exactly super strong in that aspect. We have Chiron in Aries, Chiron which rules Virgo, so that's a feminine planet as well. And we have Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury, which doesn't really have a gender. Mercury's kind of different. It's kind of like a hermaphrodite. Its gender and its influence is kind of dependent upon where it's at. And while it may be in the fire sign of Sagittarius, it doesn't like to be here. So we have all these energies in earth and water signs. This is a very internal time right now. So it's not really a moment where you really want to force the issue too much, but keep doing what you're doing. And if you really do believe in yourself, you trust your heart, you trust your guides, you trust source, you trust spirit, you will certainly move forward in these projects and in your life. And while it may take a little bit of time to manifest, all seeds that because you gotta think about new moons. The dark moon is essentially when we're planting the seed. The new moon is actually when we cover the soil over the seed and then we allow it to manifest. Seeds, they grow silently. So work in silence even. So they grow silently and they're buried in dirt and you can't see them and they don't just sprout automatically. Some seeds seem like they sprout automatically. Some manifestations seem like they happen rapidly. But for the most part, it takes time for things to grow. So such as you are taking time to grow right now. So enjoy the moment, go with the flow, and realize that you absolutely can have what you want. You just have to have this deeper sense of trust and faith that is able to supersede what is readily apparent to us. And not that what is readily apparent to us doesn't matter, not that our actions don't matter, not that even the sense of science doesn't matter, but high science is actually magic. And you, my friend, you are so super magical. Dark moon in Sagittarius, conjunct Mercury and square Neptune. Getting ready for this new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. Let's get it.